Welcome to Parshas Behar-Bechukosai as we end Sefer Vayikra. It should be refuah shlema v'racheitim and tzar should be a chus for my family and for all of Klal Yisrael. One of the Rabbanim of Eretz Yisrael once visited the home of the Chazon Ish, Rav Avraham Yeshaya Karelitzin B'nei Brak. During their visit, the guests sought to persuade the Chazon Ish to rule more leniently regarding the halachas of Shemitah. The visiting Rav suggested, Shemitah in our time is only mid'Rabbanan, so there's no obligation to be machmir in Shemitah, especially when there is significant financial loss. So the Chazon Ish paused to think and then responded, but really, many of the halachas we observe today are only mid'Rabbanan. Take the example of salting meat. Is that a Torah obligation? Most poskim rule that cooked blood is not prohibited in a Torah, only mid'Rabbanan. And yet if someone eats meat that was not salted, we treat him as if he ate treif, non-kosher meat. And the Chazon Ish face blushed with emotion as he said these words. Then as he walked his guest to the door, he added, honestly, according to halacha, Shemitah may in fact only be mid'Rabbanan, but I often think to myself, do you really have any idea what an issur d'Rabbanan really even is? Perhaps the Chazon Ish was saying halacha has many d'Rabbanans, and we can sometimes offer leniencies within that realm, but we should never treat an issur d'Rabbanan lightly. As a side note, the Chazon Ish himself would go out to the farmers keeping Shemitah, and did in fact issue some lenient psakim regarding Shemitah that are used today. This week's parsha opens with a striking departure from the usual phrasing. Instead of the typical Vayidaber Hashem al Moshe Lemor, we find an added phrase, Vayidaber Hashem al Moshe Har Sinai Lemor. Hashem spoke to Moshe at Har Sinai saying, Chazal are puzzled. Why does the Torah go out of its way to tell us that Shemittah was taught specifically at Har Sinai? After all, many mitzvahs were also given there, yet we don't see that emphasized elsewhere. So Rashi explains from Chazal, just as Shemittah was taught at Har Sinai with all its rules, details, and fine points, klalos, pratim, and dikdukim, so too all the mitzvahs were given at Har Sinai in full, and later repeated or reviewed in Arvos Moav, but not introduced there. The Chasam Sofer asks a deeper question, why was Shemitah chosen of all mitzvahs to teach this foundational idea? So his answer is powerful. Because Shemitah proves that the Torah is min hashamayim. No human lawmaker could ever promise that by leaving the land fallow in the 7th year, you would miraculously receive a 3-year yield in the 6th year. That defies all natural logic and economic theory. Yet the Torah says explicitly, and I will command my blessing to you in the 6th year, and it would yield for 3 years. This week's parsha, Pasuk Chaf Aleph. This is a test of emunah, supernatural promise, and a living proof that the Torah could only come from Hashem himself with this unique promise. We read the Tochecha, the Torah section of rebuke, found at the end of Parshas Behar-Bechukosai. There are special halacha guidelines for how we read it. Just to give two as an example, 1, we do not split the Tochecha into multiple aliyos. The entire Tochecha must be read in one uninterrupted aliyah. Why? So the Gemara in Megillah says this is based on the pasuk in Mishlei, Musar Hashem b'ni al timas. My son, do not despise the discipline of Hashem. And in the end of the pasuk, v'al takot b'sochachto, do not recoil from his rebuke. Rashi explains, one who interrupts the reading is acting as if the words are too difficult to bear, as if he is cutting and fragmenting the rebuke and showing disdain for Hashem's musar. And thus, it must be read in one aliyah, not be broken up into two. We also, a second halacha related to the Tochecha, we add psukim before and after the Tochecha. Why? Because of another concern raised in the Gemara. In mevarchin al hapranos, we do not recite blessings over calamity. If the aliyah consisted only of curses and rebuke, the person would be saying a bracha over pranios, which is inappropriate. Rashi on the Rif and the Ran explain on the Gemara and Megillah there, while we do make brachos in life over tragedy, like Baruch Dayan Ha'emes, that only applies in situations where the misfortune is unavoidable. When misfortunes are happening and there's no way to avoid responding to them. But here in the reading of the Tochecha, it is possible to avoid making a bracha on calamity by simply adding verses before and after that are not part of the curses. Therefore, we always read 3 psukim before and after in Parshas Behar-Bechukosai, and in Parshas Kisavo, 1 pasuk after suffices, since the curses conclude with a clear parsha break. Have a wonderful Shabbos.